I didn't have any of these things defined or refined or figured out from my brand and business. So I thought today that this would be helpful, that you get to see what it looks like to have one of these creative direction guides. So I have my tablet here and I'm just going to pull up my creative direction guide and we're just going to walk through it step by step. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about why I created this creative direction guide, what it means, what are the different elements and components that are in a creative direction guide, and kind of how I define some of these things for myself. There's over 20 pages in this guide, but let me know if you guys like this video and I'll definitely do a part 2. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Let me just preface this by saying I didn't even know what a brand was back then. I thought that I was going to be a self-taught fashion designer. I just wanted to make clothes, and that's all I was thinking about. That's where the struggle came in, that I really didn't have the mission and the purpose truly defined for my business. So when I didn't have those things, I had no clarity of my business. I had no direction for it beyond like a couple of dresses and things like that I was making. I had nowhere to go. I gave myself, like, I was taking off a little bit, you know, the plane was trying to, but then there was no direction because I didn't have like my mission figured out. Like what is my overarching reason for creating this business? I feel like that's more important than, you know, just saying like I have a business and I sell this product or whatever, you know. That's nice, but like what is the meaning and the purpose behind this business? What value do you hope to bring to the world, you know, to people, to your audience, even to your community, even, you know, it doesn't have to be super huge, but just taking the time to reflect on those things really and truly helped me have more clarity and more direction to be able to even sit here right now and record a YouTube video, to even know what to say in the videos and what I want to talk about. Like, but it started with this. Like, it may not seem like it, but it started with understanding like the mission, the purpose, the values and everything like that behind my business. And that's how now I'm able to sit here now more confidently, sit and talk about my brand and my business, you know, at the foundations of it. So this is a crucial piece. I came up with 3 to 6 values that really represented me and then really represented my business. So for example, having hope is one of my values. And I believe that if you have hope, then like you have belief. And I've had to have that my entire life. I know some people say like, you know, hope means nothing without action. And I believe that you do need to have action. But I believe that throughout my journey and throughout everything that I have seen over the years in my life with my family and all our struggles and everything like that, like just being resilient. But it took hope to actually have that resilience. Like I had to believe that it was possible. I had to believe that all of my dreams, all of my hopes, all of my desires were possible. You know, years ago when little me was, you know, just drawing art and different things like that. Like if I didn't have that hope, I don't think that I would be here right now. My journey was rough. It was rough getting here, but just by having hope, like it gave me belief. It gave me, you know, the strength, the resilience that I needed to keep going. And I believe that by having that hope within you, you have belief and then you have faith to keep going.
I lost Mom.
Every leader suffers loss. Sometimes more than you think is bearable.
This time I lost everyone.
You'll get them back. You have to.
Why would they come back?
Because you're their leader. And even when a leader thinks they have nothing left to give, there's still one thing. Hope. Give them hope.
Of course, then it takes action and all those things, but hope is one of my biggest values in life and in business. I focused on my top 3 competitors, and that really gave me a competitive edge over other businesses that are not offering the things that I can offer. By becoming aware of some of like my, skills and my expertise and different things like that, it has allowed me to also understand the opportunities that I have with my strengths, my skills, my expertise, and the talents and everything that I have, where I could fulfill gaps in the market compared to my competitors. So doing a competitor analysis really does help you to understand and differentiate your brand and your business and find out how you can stand out, in the marketplace, on social media, or, in your business and in your brand. Half of it was like dreaming up my ideal client, and then the rest of it was doing actual market research. And I know that word sounds absolutely terrifying to think about market research, but really, market research is actually a good thing. It's actually a good thing, and it actually can be fun. I know that sounds crazy because so many small business owners who are just starting out find market research so terrifying and so scary. And it could seem like that in the beginning, but really it's literally just defining and refining and learning more about the people that you want to help serve. There are plenty of ways to do market research, but one of my favorite ways to do market research is literally like something here on social media, like going on to some YouTube channels that are similar to mine, which would be like a competitor, and looking at their comment section. I seen what they were saying in these comment sections, like, I'm struggling with this. I'm not tech savvy. I'm struggling with social media. I don't know what to say in my content. I don't understand market research and different things like that. So I took all of these notes and I took the things that I thought that my ideal client would be struggling with. And then I just created this chart, basically, is what it is, of an ideal customer profile. So I took like a consensus of all of these things, and it took me, I'll say it took a couple of days, of course, do some reflection. Got rid of some of the things that I, didn't think were relevant to my ideal client. It's nice to just refer back to this because I can always think about it like this. Like if I'm ever struggling or, ever get lost in like what my purpose is or what my business is about, I can always refer back to this and say, this is what my ideal client is struggling with. This is what my ideal customer is struggling with. Here's how I can make content and everything surrounding the problems, the wants, the needs, the desires of my ideal client. So this page really comes in handy for that. So like I wanted my brand and my business to sound very like inspiring and genuine and conversational like this right now. Like I'm just having a conversation with you guys, holding my tablet, like, and just talking. This is kind of what I wanted my brand to feel like, but also like insightful and creative, giving it that advice and that feedback, but doing it in a very creatively fulfilling way to me and for you. But some ways that I didn't want my brand voice to be like is like formal or salesy or complicated and arrogant. One thing I noticed that truly drove me crazy when I was doing my market research was seeing so many like coaches like being kind of mean, like being kind of mean to their audience and very condescending was the thing. And I was like, what is with the condescending tone? I don't get that. If their audience member asked a question, it was like this snippy, condescending, tone back. And I just did not understand why. And it just felt so high school to me because I'm like, we're all here to learn. You're not born learn understanding branding or marketing, so why are you, what's with the tone? And if your tone is off, that kind of throws me off. So it just feels so high school. Like, why are we doing that? My particular audience is early stage small business owners, and I know they're just starting out. I felt like, they need some love. They need some TLC. This is something that I wasn't getting when I was just starting my brand and my business as well. Like people were just like, aggressively at me. So it just made me feel like You know, we can give tough love and constructive criticism without being condescending and just like this arrogance. I don't know. I don't understand it. But what are their wants, their needs, their desires? That way it doesn't feel like, well, I sell stickers, so my thing doesn't solve a problem. Like your brand or your business, your product, your service, it could also serve like a want, a need, or a desire. So I don't only like to focus on the problems, but you just want to keep that in mind. And it's just easier if you're focused on one, two, maybe three products at a time. So the more products and the services that you have, the more you have to define all these, the more of them that you have to market. Just really diving into my framework and how my offers provide a solution to my clients like struggles, pain points, you know, desires even, has really just opened my eyes to also understanding more of my strengths and my expertise, and then, you know, how I'm able to pinpoint, you know, that particular problem, that particular issue or desire that they're having, and like, how do I solve this one? I really like this for just getting that clarity on how my offers help fill a want, a need, or desire. And my content pillars help me to create content on different social media platforms. Now, I have like just general content pillars like mindset and personal development, or business and brand strategy. But I have taken these pillars to kind of like fit each social media platform that I'm on. So for my mindset and personal development pillar here on YouTube, it looks like mindset shifts for success. So it still kind of falls under that mindset and personal development pillar. It really fits the platform and the different things that I talk about here on YouTube. And then over on my Instagram, I have what I like to call Mindset Mondays. So again, it still falls underneath that pillar, that general pillar, but I make sure to make the content pillars fit for the platform. On Instagram, it feels just kind of chill, like Mindset Mondays. But here on YouTube, I needed something a little bit more since I do more long form videos here. So I focus on mindset shifts for success. And I talk about this for like for women, small business owners, and entrepreneurs, and really just diving in deeper into all these mindset shifts that I had to have in order to build, you know, the brand, the business, and the lifestyle that I'm dreaming of having and that I'm working towards. So I really share those mindset shifts that I have here. But it started with these content pillars, these general kind of broader content pillars, and then I just kind of broke them down a little bit to fit, you know, on the social media platform that I'm working on. I really think that defining these elements or defining these parts for your brand and your business, and then, you know, creating some type of guide for yourself can definitely help you out. Even if you're writing these things down in your notebook, like keeping them all in one place could definitely help you to just stay consistent with your branding. If you would like a part two to really see a lot of like the, you know, a lot of the fun stuff that we like to work on, like the brand colors and, you know, your fonts and different things like that, and mood boards, then let me know and I will definitely do a part two to this video. Until then, make sure you check out my latest video here where I take you guys behind the scenes of my YouTube strategy and my Trello board. I show you how I plan my content, what my content pillars look like, and just a little sneak peek of my Trello board and how I create content. So if you guys like to see that video next, click here and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.